Good morning. So today is the first day with rain, but it's a little bit warmer than the other days, so I don't really mind it. And it was also interesting when you just go in the water and you already get the raindrops on your body. Interesting. So there are definitely people who would call me crazy. I'm pretty sure about that. And I don't mind. I also think it's kind of a superpower when you can do stuff like this and make your body stronger and not care about what other people would think. Well, I might think or care what other people would think if there would be other people around here, but luckily there are no other people. But so when I'm coming here, I have to drive right by a repair shop where they repair cars. So I'm passing there at maybe 7:15, and I'm passing there again at 8:30 or so, and I'm sure they will wonder what I'm doing there every morning, when it's raining, when it's cold, when it's dark. Yeah, but they haven't asked me so far. I'm not sure what I would tell them. Let's talk about superpowers. I think we all have them. And I think they are, in most cases, rejected. So, for example, I would call sensitivity my superpower. I'm very sensitive. And as a guy, it's not always a good thing. So, you have to be tough, you have to be strong, you have to put out your elbows and just go for it. And if you're someone like me who's sensitive, you're always thinking, oh, I don't want to hurt anybody, and you're feeling so much more than other people. So other people, they just do their thing, they don't think about it too much, and they don't care what other people think. And I think their way through life is easier than for very sensitive people, because we get so many emotions or pick up so many emotions from other people and involve ourselves in their problems, which are not our problems, and it just makes things so much harder and more complicated than it needs to be. So I had a colleague, he had I'm not sure what it was, but there was a little picture on his desk, and it was written on there, "Not my problem!" exclamation mark. And I really like that, because I take other people's problems and I make them to my problem, especially at work. So I was hardly able to manage my own problems, because I was always solving other people's problems. And these other people, of course, they liked it. They liked me a lot. And so a lot of people were pretty sad when I left. But I was just doing way more than I needed to do, and I was just not happy with my result at the end of the day. And also there was not much that I could present to my boss, what I have achieved during the day, and because I was just solving other people's problems. Well, this is also maybe people pleasing, but I would also say it's because I was just very sensitive, and I didn't like other people having problems, so I wanted to help them. I really like helping other people, and I was always very happy when I could help them in the end. So being sensitive is not always a good thing. But I think you have to find a way, and I have to find a way to use these superpowers in a good way, and to find a job that really gives us the opportunity to make use of these powers and to put them into service for other people. I didn't really know that I was so sensitive. It took me about maybe 20 years of my life to figure that out, and I didn't figure it out myself. I was told by other people, wow, you're very sensitive, and they said it not in a way that it's a good thing, but more that it's a bad thing. So I was thinking, oh, okay, it's a bad thing, and I should try to be tougher and not be so sensitive. And that's what I did. So I put on a lot of layers, and I shielded myself from the world and also from myself. But this put me not in a good place. So I was just getting more and more depressed. I was having a job that was weighing on me, and I just couldn't be myself really, and I just couldn't enjoy the emotions that I had, and good and bad. So I just suppressed everything, and I think that was the reason why I had to start this journey, which I started years ago, to really liberate myself of all these protection layers that I put on, and see how I can make it better in a way, how I can use my sensitivity instead of ignoring it and suppressing it. Also, when I grew up, I was a cyclist. So I was born in a family of cyclists. So I was an athlete until I was 25 or so. And this is not really a world where you want to be sensitive in. It's a world where the toughest wins, where you have to train hard, no matter if it's raining or snowing, where you have to overcome your fears, your well, it's not a bad thing to overcome your fears, but so, for example, I was really bad going downhill. In the whole bunch of riders, it's pretty dangerous, and you're going very fast. So there was one descent where the race was going down, and I knew that it was a dangerous one. So normally I'm just the last one going down, so because then I can brake as much as I want and no one cares. But after this descent, there's a pretty steep mountain where you have to go up. So when you're last at the beginning of that mountain, you will be lost. So I tried to go down this descent on first position, because that's what they say, it's the safest. There's no one in front of you who can crash and you fall over him, so the only way to crash is if you crash by yourself. So I went down there first position, but after maybe 200 meters or so, I was frightened like hell, because they were first ones that were passing me. They were even going faster than me, and if one rider passes you, there are a lot of others going by too, because this one after the other. And so I was just frightened as hell, and I was just braking, and so at the end I was the last one at the beginning of the next mountain. So I was just too afraid to really go in there first and then make it down there in first position. it's pretty risky. It's a risky sport. I'm not sure if I would recommend it to my children if I ever have one or two or however, how many. But nevertheless, it teaches you a lot too. So I'm happy that I got a healthy body, that I'm trained all my life, that I've been out in nature for many hours every day. Yeah, but I definitely had to suppress a part of me that wants to come out, and that I think I should come, that I should give more room and more attention to this. I'm not sure what I will do with the superpower, but I will find a way. And there are other superpowers than just being very sensitive. So when I think about me, I'm also very curious about new stuff. So I'm interested in a lot of different topics. And I was always interested in the power of the mind and healing. I don't really understand how there are people who can do the same thing all their life. So they have been kids in school, they know when they are 8 what they want to do with their lives, and they do it the rest of their lives, and they are happy with that. So I was always interested in way too many things that I could ever pick one topic that would make me happy all my life. And it has not changed since then. So I'm always finding new topics that I'm interested in, and I also like to connect different topics and see the similarities. So for example, music or sports and art, I do see similarities in there. You have to really be disciplined, you have to practice a lot, you have to learn the ins and outs of these fields. And if you can do it, so if you have been training all your life and you've become a professional athlete, it's just so beautiful and so effortless to see you do the most difficult things. For example, if you watch Olympics and you see them jumping, I don't know, 2 meters high or 3 meters, and they just do it so effortlessly, and it's like art, I would say. Or if you practice music for years and you learn the skills that are necessary, then you can just let the music flow through your fingers and everyone just listens in awe. And yeah, I think in both cases you can create moments of awe for yourself and other people just because you followed your path very disciplined for years and for decades. And you can do that in so many different fields. So also, if you build a Ferrari, it takes decades of engineering and development and design, and once the product is ready and it's just standing there for you to look at it and to start it up and to drive it, it's just giving you moments of awe, because there have been people that have put in all their heart and all their work for years into this project, and it becomes something very special and very beautiful just to admire. So I think it's worth to dedicate your time to things that take a lot of time, but you will also build something that has worth for you and for other people. And even though I'm interested in many different topics, I believe that there will be a path that connects all the different topics that I've been interested in and that I've been working in to one big picture in the end. I'm excited to see what that is. So life always and only makes sense if you look back what you have all achieved and you put it all together. It does make sense if you look ahead where you can plan something, but if you really follow your intuition, you don't really have plans for long term. So if you look back, you see, okay, that makes sense now, but I didn't know why I did that, or didn't know why I learned Spanish, or I didn't know why I did the cycling all my life. But there will be something, if you look back, that you can take out of that, and that will help you to follow and to fulfill your mission. Yeah, I think that's it for today. Thank you for listening and have a wonderful day.